Let's look at audit evidence in this video. So, audit evidence is information that is used by the auditor in arriving at conclusions on which the opinion is based. Like the auditor carries out all those audit procedures in order for him or her to get evidence. So that evidence is used to come up with the conclusion. So it is the information that is used by the auditor in arriving at conclusions on which the opinion is based. The evidence is obtained from records underlying financial statements and sources outside the entity. Like the evidence is gotten from the records that were used to prepare financial statements and maybe sources outside the entity, like communicating with the external auditor, communicating with customers or suppliers. So according to ISA 500, audit evidence requires the auditor to design and perform audit procedures. And these audit procedures help the auditor to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Appropriateness of audit evidence is the measure of the quality of that audit evidence. For example, its relevancy and its reliability, like is it from a reliable source? Can this evidence be trusted? So evidence should be relevant and it should relate to the audit objective and then a particular assertion. So that's what we call appropriate evidence. The quality of the evidence, reliable evidence. Then sufficiency of audit evidence, it's the measure of the quantity of audit evidence. Something sufficient, it's something that is enough. So it is the measure of the quantity of audit evidence. So this is affected by the auditor's assessment of the receipts of material misstatements and the quality of the evidence gotten. Yes, so the auditor should obtain enough evidence. Yeah, so the difference between appropriateness and sufficiency is that appropriateness talks about quality, then sufficiency talks about quantity of the audit evidence. The reliability of audit evidence is influenced by the source and the nature of information, including the controls over its preparation. So it depends on where the information was gotten from and then the controls that are present regarding to that information and then the nature of information that you got. So let's look at the generalization in assessing the reliability of audit evidence. Like how do we assess the reliability of audit evidence? Like this is more reliable, this is less reliable and all that. So first is that audit evidence from external sources is more reliable than that obtained from entities records because it is from an independent source. Like if you obtain information from suppliers or customers, that information is more reliable. The higher chances that it's correct information compared to the information that is obtained from the entities records because it can be manipulated by management and employees. Secondly is that evidence obtained directly by the auditor is more reliable. For example, observing, like attending an inventory count and you see everything, is more reliable compared to evidence obtained indirectly, like inquiring. Then thirdly is that evidence obtained from the entity's records is more reliable when the related control systems operate effectively. Like in case the controls that we put in place are working as expected, then evidence that is obtained from the entity records is more reliable. Then next is that evidence in form of documents, for example, a paper or electronic form, maybe a PDF, or written representations are more reliable than oral representations since oral can be retracted. Like someone can change their words and someone can mess up with oral representation. So written Odd documents are more reliable compared to oral. Then lastly is that original documents are more reliable than copies, which can easily be altered by the client. So a copy can easily be changed, but original documents can't. So original documents are more reliable than photocopies. Let's note this one, the reliability of evidence in a descending order, like from the most reliable to the less reliable. The first one is third-party evidence is the most reliable, followed by auditor-generated evidence, then followed by client-generated written evidence, and then client-generated verbal evidence. So that's the order of the reliability of audit evidence from the most reliable. And that is all about audit evidence. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment. Let's catch up in my next video.